One of the first bands that really influenced me to start playing music was The Doors. As a self-taught musician, that was almost where I started, really, to tell you the truth, was trying to figure out how to just keep that bass line going on when the music's over, and then how to solo over it. And then once I got deeper into the Rhodes catalog and heard songs like Riders on the Storm, that Rhodes solo is kind of an epic thing. I mean, it's one of those things where it stuck with me so much. The sound of the Rhodes, it had to be a Rhodes, you know, just like it had to be the rain track underneath it in the background to create the magic of what that song is. And so the Riders on the Storm Rhodes solo was really influential on me becoming a keyboard player. It's funny, just one moment in time in a studio in the late 60s that Ray probably banged that solo out, I don't know, in a few takes and went home not thinking about it. It's funny that decades later, I would be growing up listening with headphones. Wow, what is making that sound? How cool is that? Let me learn that note for note and find the instrument that did it and learn to play it. And as fate would have it, I've gone on to play with Robby Krieger. He's sat in with my band Particle a lot. And when he plays with us, a lot of times we do half Door songs, half Particle. And I remember the first time we played Riders on the Storm, I didn't tell him I was going to do it, but I brought out the Rhodes and I learned Ray's solo note for note off the record. But we went out there and I remember I had my tone just right and the vibrato set, you know, just the way I wanted it. And, you know, it was a weird feeling for me looking over at Robby and him kind of shooting me a look like, cool, you know, you remember that? You did your homework, you heard that, and now, you know, it's like hearing all these things. Like, I can't imagine what it would be like for Robby to have been there, hearing it, and then decades later, you know, seeing sort of the next generation, just seeing such a visible influence that not only Ray as a musician and his playing on that track, but the instrument itself had on a younger guy like me. The nice thing about the Fender Rhodes is there's always a folklore. There's always a story. I remember I went to a tech in Los Angeles recently and I was dropping my Rhodes off and he had this amazing piece in the corner and in almost a hushed tone, like he didn't want the neighbors to hear, that is the Steely Dan Rhodes. That's the one from those classic recordings. Really? Can I touch it? Just for a second, I'll let you, you know, you go over there and you try to do your best. Hey, 19, bow, you know, just that one staccato stab is all you need to have convened with, you know, the greatness of the Fender Rhodes and the legacy. So it's an interesting thing. There's always this folklore, you know, and then I tell that story the next night at a bar to my buddy. Impossible, I played it, it's in Jersey. It's not that you didn't play the real one. I played the real one. Okay, you know, so who knows, but the fact that the instrument has that much folklore surrounding it. It's not just a keyboard. You know, there's all this history, decades of history. And so for younger players like myself, we are very eager to tap into that and to educate ourselves.